So, Jalen Hurts was born on August 7th, 1998 in Houston, Texas, which makes him 26 at the time of this recording. He grew up in a football-driven household. His father, Avarian Hurts, was a high school football coach, installing discipline and work ethic in Jalen from an early age. His father also coached football at Channelview High School during Jalen Hurts' high school career. His mother was also an educator, emphasizing the importance of academics alongside athletics. Attending Channelview High School, Hurts quickly made a name for himself as a great dual-threat quarterback, combining strong passing ability with elite athleticism. Throughout his high school career, Hurts threw for a total of 5,000 yards and 69 touchdowns, while rushing for over 3,000 yards and 48 scores. In his senior year alone, he threw for 2,384 yards and 26 touchdowns and ran for 1,391 yards and 25 scores. Hurts was a four-star recruit and considered one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the 2016 class. His dominance on the field made him a highly sought-after recruit, ultimately making a decision in 2015 to commit to the University of Alabama over Texas A&M, Mississippi State, and Florida. Hurts made an immediate impact as a true freshman at Alabama in 2016, earning the starting quarterback role and becoming the first true freshman to start at the position for Alabama since 1984. He led the Crimson Tide to a 14-1 record, throwing for 2,780 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 9 picks while adding 954 rushing yards and 13 more scores. Alabama reached the national championship game, but fell to Clemson in a last-second thriller. In 2017, Hurts continued to be a dynamic leader, guiding Alabama to another national championship appearance. He led the Crimson Tide to a 13-1 record, throwing for 2,081 yards, 17 touchdowns, and just 1 interception, while adding 855 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns. However, in the national championship game against Georgia, he struggled in the first half, leading to one of the most shocking moments in college football history. Head coach Nick Saban made the decision to bench Hurts at halftime because Jalen only completed 3 of 8 passes for 21 yards in the first half and was not playing well. The move paid off as Tua led Alabama to a comeback victory, securing the national title. Despite the disappointment, Hurts showed immense class, supporting his team and handling the moment with grace. Rather than let the benching define him, Hurts stayed at Alabama for his junior season in 2018, backing up Tua but making the most of every opportunity. In the SEC championship game when Alabama needed him most, Hurts came off the bench to replace an injured Tua and led a comeback victory over Georgia, redemption on the very field where he was benched months earlier. Following the season, Hurts transferred to the University of Oklahoma for his senior year. Under head coach Lincoln Riley, he flourished, passing for 3,851 yards, 32 touchdowns, while throwing 8 interceptions and rushing for 1,298 yards with 20 more scores. He finished as the Heisman Trophy runner-up and solidified himself as an NFL prospect. Despite his collegiate success, Hurts entered the 2020 NFL Draft, with many doubting his ability to transition to the professional level. Scouts questioned his mechanics, accuracy, and ability to thrive in a pro-style offense, but the Philadelphia Eagles took a chance on him in the second round with the 53rd overall pick. Initially serving as a backup to Carson Wentz, Hurts got his opportunity late in his rookie season and showed flashes of his potential, throwing for 1,061 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 picks, and rushing for 354 yards with 3 rushing scores in just 4 starts. In his second season, He was named the Eagles' full-time starter, passing for 3,144 yards, 16 touchdowns, and rushing for 784 yards with 10 rushing scores and 9 interceptions. He led the Eagles to the playoffs, but faced growing pains as a developing quarterback, struggling in a wild card loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The 2022 season marked Hurts' true breakout. He passed for 3,701 yards, 22 touchdowns, and added 760 rushing yards with 13 rushing touchdowns. More importantly, he led Philadelphia to a 14-3 record and a Super Bowl appearance against the Kansas City Chiefs. In the Super Bowl, Hurts delivered a historic performance, throwing for 304 yards, rushing for 70 yards, and scoring 4 total touchdowns. Despite a heartbreaking 38-35 loss, his performance cemented him as one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks and earned him second place in MVP voting. Hurts' rise didn't just result in team success, it also led to financial rewards. In April of 2023, during the offseason, the Eagles rewarded him with a record-breaking 5-year, $255 million contract extension, making him the highest-paid quarterback in NFL history at that time, with $179 million guaranteed. In the 2023 season, Jalen Hurts led the Philadelphia Eagles to an 11-6 record, securing a playoff berth. Despite a strong performance, their postseason ended with a wild card round loss to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 32-9. Hurts showcased his dual threat capabilities, passing for 3,858 yards and 23 touchdowns, while adding 605 rushing yards and 15 rushing touchdowns. He set a new NFL record for rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in a single season, surpassing Cam Newton's previous mark, and his efforts earned him a Pro Bowl selection for the season. However, in the 2024 season, Jalen Hurts led the Philadelphia Eagles to a remarkable 14-3 regular season record, clinching the NFC East title and securing the number 2 seed in the playoffs. Hurts showcased his efficiency and leadership, passing for 2,903 yards, 18 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions, achieving a QBR of 65.6. He also contributed significantly on the ground, rushing for 630 yards and 14 touchdowns, underscoring his dual threat capabilities. The Eagles' postseason was historic, as they set an NFL record by scoring 145 points across 4 playoff games. They began with a 22-10 victory over the Green Bay Packers in the wild card round, followed by a 28-22 win against the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round. In the NFC Championship game, Philadelphia dominated their division rivals, the Washington Commanders, with a 55-23 triumph, propelling them to Super Bowl 59. In Super Bowl 59, the Eagles faced the 2-time defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hurts delivered a stellar performance, passing for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns, while adding 72 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. His efforts led the Eagles to a commanding 40-22 victory, earning him Super Bowl MVP, making him the first quarterback in Eagles history to win the award and securing the franchise's second Super Bowl title. Jalen Hurts' story is far from over. With his relentless work ethic and dedication to improvement, he has positioned himself as a face of the NFL. From being doubted in college to becoming a Super Bowl champion and one of the highest paid players in the league, Hurts has shown that resilience and hard work can overcome any obstacle. As he continues to build his legacy, one thing is clear: Jalen Hurts has truly risen, and the best may still be yet to come.
I'm just looking at my brody, silence at the time, and no girl don't even know me. I'm always on the mind, I'm just out here getting money, and so that's on my mind.